Why are you single? Doesn't seem worth the effort. I have more important/gratifying things to do. Good question. It's complicated. I sort of told myself I would wait so that I have no distractions, but it's been sucky so far. It sucks not having someone special to talk to. I could blame COVID, but I do have small opportunities every now and then. I guess I will take them next time. I'm too socially awkward to go outside. I'm ugly, stupid, and don't like leaving my house. Because I don't have a boyfriend. Because our feelings for each other became platonic over time. A. I'm invisible. B. Not ready for that kind of thing yet. Crippling social anxiety. A brick wall would know better conversation starters than me. 1. In the middle of a gender crisis. 2. Asexual. 3. Zero human interaction, not online or family. 4. I miss social cues a lot and am incapable of making friends, much less figuring out if I'm attracted to someone. 5. Probably somewhere on the aromantic spectrum too, either araflux, coy romantic, demiromantic, or maybe just RO6. Mom says I'm not allowed. Because I'm fat, going bald, moved to another country where I don't know anyone. Women here are considered the most difficult in Western Europe, and I stayed inside for most of the pandemic. The time hasn't come. Probably too young. She left me for my coworker. Because I literally can't even get a date if I wanted to, lol. So basically, I'm ugly. I'm trans and attracted to nerds of any height with cute faces and a job, and I do now finally understand this means I am being picky. I'm incapable of understanding humans, especially ladies. If I knew that, I wouldn't be single. Because I haven't figured out 2 things. 1. Cellular mitosis. 2. Is it incest or masturbation? I got dumped 2 weeks ago after 2 years of being together in my first relationship. Just trying to work on myself and take days one at a time. It is a struggle just getting out of bed sometimes. Because solidarity is underrated. I'm 13. The girl I love doesn't like me back. That's it. I had my left leg amputated below the knee back in late 2015/early 2016. I lost my job, my apartment, pretty much all of my money, and I had to put all my stuff in storage, and then move in with my grandma and uncle for 15 months while I waited to get approved for Medicaid, receive my prosthetic leg, and then relearn how to walk. I got denied for disability twice and had to settle for SSI, which is barely enough to live on, just under $800 a month. After my grandma ended up kicking me out, it's a long story, I had to move in with a friend and his then fiancée, now wife, for another year. Eventually they forced me out, too, and I had to move into a piece of shit apartment complex because their rates were the only ones I could afford. Now I'm stuck here with no car. Even if I had one, I don't have the mobility/flexibility to operate one with my prosthetic, as it's the most basic bitch model there is, and no other way to get around as I'm limited in how long/far I can walk, and there aren't any bus stops close enough to me to get to. I'm very depressed and very lonely except for my best friend, and quite frankly I just feel like I don't have anything to offer anyone at this point. I just feel so useless that I haven't pursued anything. I haven't been with anyone since December of 2014, and that shit wears on me every day. I don't have the ball to ask my crush out. Also I'm more or less ugly. I've been in 3 long-term relationships since 14, I'm 26, all of which have been toxic and has sapped the fucking life out of me after the breakup. I've been single for almost 3 years now while hooking up with a couple girls here and there, nothing outside of a one-night thing. I've never been happier honestly. Maybe it's because my view of women has become a little jaded, but I love living the bachelor life. I can hang out with whoever I want and whenever I want. I pity my friends whenever they have to FT their girlfriends while we are having a gaming session or have to go home early from a night out because their girlfriends are waiting for them at home. I can't deal with the neediness of a significant other at the moment. I think ultimately when I transition to the next stage of my life, post 30, I'll eventually want to date again. However, right now I'm more concerned with pursuing my master's degree and securing a career for the future while having fun. I believe being in a relationship will derail my aspirations. No one takes the time to get to know anyone anymore. Also, people either want you for the wrong reasons, e.a. you all had great sex first time meeting up, or don't want you at all. Being entered in the great mind game tournament of men even though you're being friend-zoned. Barely surviving on my own. No one ever tells you if they like you, and if they do it's too late. God probably about to get you up out of there and you'll probably never see that person again. I am loyal and I expect the same. Seems like everyone likes someone they can argue with. I'm a piece of shit human being. I'm trying my best to work on that though. I'm fat, bald, and ugly. I got face for radio and a voice for print. Because people are gross. You really expect some antisocial teen to have someone who will love him as much as his parents? Hell no. I guess I don't even want to love anyone, cause it fucking sucks to be in love in general. It brings so much pain that I don't even wanna try hurting myself in this way. She blocked me on every route of communication. Also 27 years old. Was rather shocking. Because I use Reddit. Terrible at starting and holding conversations. 3 days ago my girlfriend said we need a break. This Saturday back to my parents' it is. Because I love myself too much and I don't have the patience to handle the crap the other person brings. Social anxiety, low self-esteem and far too much introspection. COVID hard self-imposed quarantine plus a travel to New York City just fucked up my mind. I don't know how to be happy again for more than a couple of hours. Plus my city is again in a COVID wave, so I'm even more fucked because I'm giving to reach 2 years with a self-imposed quarantine that's fucking my mind more and more and more. Hard to believe someone else can love you when you don't love yourself. Social anxiety. I've been denied by 4 different girls, so I gave up. I'm a teenager. I divorced and tried the dating thing again. It's a lot harder in your 30s. Plus I work night shift. My anxiety has gotten to where I don't feel comfortable leaving the house, much less making small talk when I do. I just keep my head down and keep moving. How much time you got? I don't care anymore, I'm done. The crippling fear of rejection and the emotional impact afterwards. My field of work, hobbies, interests, etc. are not very inclusive and or appealing to women. So I don't meet very many of them, and even if I did, we likely wouldn't have much in common. Also, anyone with standards low enough to date me is probably taken already. Every single female I know, it's either a trans, or gay, not saying there is anything wrong with that, but damn so many. I don't get why you're getting downvoted. It's not even remotely close to the way I like, but I don't see the reason to downvote you. Joke's on you, I'm not. Because I use Reddit. I'm a ROS. Because I've had a Reddit account for 2 years. I'm way too committed to my hobbies to care about having a relationship at this point. But if I ever meet someone who respects my passion for my hobbies instead of the usual choose me or that nonsense we usually get, then maybe one day. I'm a ROS lol. There are many walls in the way, the first being I'm actively not meeting new people because I don't want to burden them with knowledge of my existence. It's not necessarily by choice, but at the same time it is. I'm morbidly obese. I could easily get online and have some BBW-loving individual hook up with me or start dating me. But oddly enough, I don't like men who like me as a fat woman. The reason for my obesity is due to extremely poor mental health and a very severe addictive behavior. I had 2 boyfriends before. That was at a time where my mental health wasn't as bad. But both guys weren't very good choices either. I would rather wait until I address the addictive eating behaviors, the mental illness, and lose the weight. It's better that way. I would end up meeting someone who would truly appreciate me and be attracted to a smaller sized me. I really would like to be active, physically active in sports, and just in general. I definitely do want to have a relationship, But I'm not willing to be miserable with someone I'm going to eventually leave. Especially if that someone allows me in their life. They probably don't have very good self-esteem or mental health themselves. I am pretty lonely. But I'm really starting to get the hang of being alone. Once I'm not lonely, and I can handle being around myself, then I will consider dating again.